The suitcase carry is going to be an exercise that falls into our locomotion or carry category. There is a little bit of core in this as well. I wouldn't necessarily call it rotation, but definitely core stability. So this makes it a great candidate for our Friday ab days. With the true suitcase style, we're only going to go one side at a time. We can do this with any implement. It can be a kettlebell to really test the grip strength. It could be a dumbbell, or it could be a rec bag if you want to add a little more weight and make it a little bit easier for people. So we want to make sure that we have a little bit of room for this suitcase carry, probably at least 6 to 10 steps. We're going to go down, turn around, come back, possibly switch hands, however you guys want to do this. But we're going to start with the implement to one side of our body. From here, the pickup is very important, and hence the reason that this is called the suitcase. Because we're pretending we have our suitcase on the ground next to us. We're going to squat down and pick it up. One hand from here, I'm going to activate the squat and make sure my trunk and my pillar is nice and tight. My obliques are working on the other side to make sure I'm holding this in place. And I'm simply going to walk forward, making sure that I keep my torso upright. And I'm going to try to prevent myself from leaning down to the side or overcompensating by hiking my shoulder. So I want to see these shoulders on a good parallel level. I can turn around and I can go back the other way. Level number 2 of the suitcase carrier. Level number 2 of the suitcase carry. We're going to add another implement. In this case, I have a dumbbell. We're going to put that dumbbell on the other side and we're going to put it in the rack position. This is really going to force my core and just make it a little more challenging. So I'm going to dip down, bring the dumbbell up onto my shoulder, making sure I have good posture when I bring that up to avoid injury. And now I'm going back to that basic suitcase carry. I'm going to bend down, grab hold, and I'm going to walk whatever pace, room I have, maybe turn back around before switching sides or switching every interval. For level 3, we're just going to keep that going, a little more intensity so we can add a little more weight, maybe heavier rec bags, heavier dumbbells, and we can also go into the overhead press on the off side. So I'm going to grab both implements one more time. I'm going to bring that dumbbell up, get in front of the implement, or on the side of rather, reach down into my suitcase carry, and now from here I'm going to press this one overhead, making sure the ribs don't flare, and go through this carry. It's going to turn this movement obviously into a little more of a press and a little more overhead.